but I will also tell in that session about this influencer culture and what exactly these influencers target and how they target you so that you could be safe from that. Uh, on the one thing, like this is a completely different session, but not related to our graph thing. And also like the 0 1 thing, this is 0 1 maths is basically selection or not selection, right? Like every time we construct the DP states, right? So there are like two types of on the one thing, like
Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah.
a
We have not
completely
started.
different
I'm
session,
just like
but
admit all.
not related to our graph thing.
Rest
And
of you
also
can
like the
join on
0 1 thing,
this
this is 0 1 maths is basically selection or
community.
not
Admit.
selection. I'm just adding to the chat that like there was some issue with the payment for workspace thing. इसके लिए आज का limit was only 100. Uh, That's why today's limit is only 100 for group. Tomorrow it will be. अरे यार, anyone knows about this classroom thing? Like how does classroom works? हाँ ना, मतलब like सोमया का LMS बोल रहे हो ना? Okay, okay, okay. So can we create meet on that, like Google Meet on this LMS?
Yes, yes, you can play.
Acha, because like when I tried this classroom thing, G Suite you will have to avail maybe. Yeah, I think we need G Suite for that. If today like people don't have many queries, like you can join via stream, so people who have queries like can join. And also if other people are watching on YouTube, like just put your query in WhatsApp instead of like here. I am active on both. Zoom is better. Why so? Array, but like s- Google Meet was, I think, more simple for you, uh, for like UI purpose, I could say. Zoom is little bit. WebEx, what's WebEx? WebEx, the leader in. I will search it later. What is it? MS Teams. MS Teams. Oh, I never think of
And
that MS.
Discord as well, if it's okay. There you go.
Arey, no, no, no. Like we are doing some paid thing, so that's not an issue. Like I'm purchasing this Google Workspace, but like I didn't knew that like they need some domain and all, and also my I don't know why
Yeah, if
my
there's
both of
domain
my
issue, if there's
yeah.
domain issue, we can buy a cheap domain from GoDaddy and we can put it in the Google Workspace, so it won't bother about the domain after that.
Yeah. Like I was also gonna purchase the domain at the same time, but like what happened was when I purchased the domain, my debit card and both of my cards were not working. So I thought like we will do it later. Like that's not an issue because like anyways, like today's session is just uh background for like what will happen or discussion on what would happen the upcoming week. No? So hence I didn't bother. Yeah, Gmeet is simpler. That's what I was thinking. I'm not into edtech, bro. Like edtech is different, but yeah, you could say this is an edtech. Yeah, yeah, this is an edtech, sure.
काफी लोगों ने अटैक का नाम खराब कर दिया तो कहने में
Uh,
अच्छा नहीं लगता.
yeah, like I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah, right.
Zoom, you can pay and get monthly, and if you want to buy for Google Classroom. Yeah. Yeah, I will go with Gmeet only this time because like Gmeet is cheaper, first of all, like this Google Workspace, and they are giving recording options and all. So I could just share all those recordings also easily by via this Google Drive thing. They are giving 2 TB access. I already have the 2 TB one, but like it will give 2 TB more, I guess. We can make two Gmeet links. Two Gmeet links for what exactly? We can make one, na, because like
Maybe saying for permanent lectures or anything, uh, those two links will be activated.
Yeah. Like the daily meeting thing, na? The on the calendar one.
Yeah, I guess.
Then we can make one only. That's not an issue. I join from one. You can join both. The thing is, I guess Google Meet has some thread in background that like it bothers the other thread. I am not sure because like I tested this when I was attending multiple meets. So yeah, the like yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but it bothers, I guess. Uh, See, I am very start at DSA and starting my DSA journey. So will this course, would this course, it's okay. Would this be helpful for you, na? So, course I got it like 1800 rating on Code Forces. I guess I'm not exactly sure how you are like comparing these prerequisites, but if you are asking like if you will be able to grasp or not, like so for that I added in this doc, right? Like if you don't understand anything, just ask it. Just don't compare that like you are not able or like you are unable to understand those basic things, right? Like because what I'm trying to do is not being any prerequisite because all the prerequisite will be covered in first week itself, right? Like all these tools require whatever tools that will be required, whatever maths I will use, because we are going to practice that all of those things, right? So that will be covered in the first week. So nothing as such that like a beginner should worry about. Like, I told na like just make this thing you could do that like uh, do some like group request. I will add those groups in this the I guess I have added few peoples in this in the group for the paid one. So I will add those resources list. I already have on Telegram, but like I will also add for like this particular group, like for curated ones. How will you give assignments? So, see, so how it will work is basically there are like two types of things we will go work on. One is deriving concepts on your own. Like let's say when you are learning BFS, right? Now I will try to create some task which is related to BFS, but you will solve it on your own. I will not teach you, right? And I will give you some time to understand that, to solve that, and then we will discuss that, right? So in that way, you will learn BFS in such a manner that like your fundamental concept will be getting stronger, not just like that BFS is something like you add in queue and push it in queue and everything, you know. So that I will not do. uh it's no, no, like you will get a good amount of spark, like you will know what to study, where to study, right? You need to work hard and then you could improve. But uh calling it like after going through this course I will be able to solve each and every question of graph, no, it is not possible. It is not possible by me, it is not possible by any person anywhere. Like I will create a good understanding of mathematical understanding of everything. I will try to cover graph concepts that is needed. I will try to cover what is important in interviews. Like there is high possibility that like the course will be helpful for majority of the candidates, but it would be better than every other course. But like I added, right, like if you read this doc here, some efforts from your side, so it will be dependent on you only. Like I couldn't say about that. Like I don't make fake promises.
Hello, Navneet.
Yeah, bro.
I would like to ask that is this course majorly related about graph, or will we discuss any dynamic programming in the
Sorry, could you repeat? Could you put that like maybe so?
am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
I'm asking if is this course majorly related to graph, or we will discuss any other topics as well, like dynamic programming.
Have you gone through the doc, like the doc which I have put this course topics, which is I am sharing right now?
I think I'm not. I'll check the link again.
Yeah, go through this doc. Like I have added this specific question.
Okay, okay. Got it. Thanks.
Mathematical concept, yeah, you could say that like this is mathematical concept, but like don't treat it that like I'm teaching you mathematics of like programming, but it's more like fundamental understanding, logic itself. Logical thinking is the more appropriate word I could say, because when I use the word maths you will think it as like a difficult topic. Are how have you joined? Like I have shared the doc in the group now. How are people mm, not able to see the doc?
Hello, Navneet.
Hey bro, hi.
Please add geometry also, like some concept of geometry in the first book. It will be helpful.
uh Geometry, see, if when I created my doc, like there is like one thing I have added as subtopic, which is path geometry and proofs. But uh, I don't think that like I will focus much on it, uh, because
Like,
I am trying to create on stuff on the basis of priority, right? Uh, like you should understand the stuff that I'm teaching much better than like teaching a wider amount of stuff, like wider variety of stuff. Like I could give you hundreds of stuff, but like to get the core understanding, na, you need to first understand the basic fundamental understanding of the topics I will be teaching to you. So like what kind of geometry concept you are interested in,
like some part of lead code, like today, like based on geometry. So, and code pushes also are like some geometry questions. So, some basic geometry like would be helpful.
basic geometry, like as far as I know, like geometry is more based on like convex hull and stuff, point lines and stuff like that won't be helpful for you much even in CP and all. But because like the most of the or like the targeted audience here wants to be candidate master, and even for reaching candidate master the basics are more important rather than like understanding those core deep convexer and stuff. But geometry, the way you are saying the geometry is little different in CP, but here you just need the basic definitions, right? Those you could read online, like the today's question about the quadrilateral, like that task is, I couldn't say that's more based on geometry, but more like 2D understanding of 2D understanding of those objects that I will teach. Like this running pointer, like uh, what I have added in course topics is the, where is the running topic, running one? I have not added. Kya? Okay. So there is also one topic which is like running pointer for like trees and graphs. So in that I will not only cover for like trees and graphs, but I will in general cover like what's the selection method, or like selection methodology for like different things, na? So that quadrilateral thing will also be getting covered in that, like in a way, not in a direct way, but in a way, because most of the questions, na, are based on this only, like how to select pairs of elements, how to select two pointers, how to select this, that. So all of this is based on like this running pointer and relationships on that, like I comma j comma k relationships, or like select three elements based on like the fourth element. So this is kind of like tomorrow's topic, so I will cover in that. But uh, geometry is more different. Yeah.
Okay, okay, got it.
Number theory I could add, but number theory, I could just add that topic. I don't know, like I could make it like little bit fun, because those are just the concept. Like I could teach you like modulo stuff and this Diophantine equations and all. Trying to get there are, but yeah, like I could teach you some useful technique, not in our like daily session, but like you could plan some sessions that there is like some kind of like solutions to multiple equations and all, or like the nth recurrence term, like there are like two or three algos for that, that the let's say you have given a Fibonacci series, or like any series which can be represented linearly, like let's say function of n equal to a into function of n minus 1 plus b into function of n minus 2 plus c into function of n minus 3, and so on. So any kind of these relationships, na, you could derive the nth term in log n time, based on like there are various methods to solve this. There is also one fast FFT like module Fourier based method. So that is also useful to find those nth term, but that's useful. Uh, yeah, like I know many things, but I couldn't keep track of everything what needed to be added or what is needed for you. Like what is needed by you, like anything that you want exactly, no? Like this is not part of course, but I could add for you. So just as I said, right? Like just make the group request for that and just add like make some resources group for maths, and then make subtopic for that in Discord group maybe, because like Discord is more helpful for subtopics threads and all. So in that add like hashtag resources request for like number theory or anything, so I could add more resources on that. Arey, don't worry, that's why I said na, like yes, yes. We will try to do more on basic terms only. Don't worry about that. Like, uh, you will get to know tomorrow, like how much you are getting to understand and all. Like, I'm not trying to say too much complex term. That's the reason.
Yeah, आई थिंक एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल और ऐड करने से तो क्या वीकली हम रिहैश कर सकते हैं, अभी ये वाला टॉपिक हो गया, अगला उसके बाद और क्या ऐड कर सकते हैं या कुछ नया. द डॉक्यूमेंट यू शेयर इज आल्सो anyway very comprehensive, and the things you have added are still in 1 month to cover that is too much for that in itself.
No, no, no. Like, are you saying that like we can't cover BFS, DFS, Dijkstra, bridges, spanning tree cycles? We can't cover that?
No, I was saying like people are recommending add this and that as well. Like we already have some topic for 1 week at least, and we can rehash it by the week, like Saturday, Sunday on the weekend. Like for the next week, whatever we want to add or we want to skip on something, etc.
No, no, no. Like they are asking because like they are interested in those things, right? So they want some resources to understand that, right? And as I know, so I could add those resources because like it's not much effort for me to recommend resources, right? Like to give some task similar to that. Like today, one person asked me about this KMP task, so I gave her like KMP task that string reduction or something like word reduction. So I know many tasks, right? Like I could give them. That's not related to course in any way, but like it's helpful for them. So they should ask, right? Like uh, I will not say no to that, and they should ask, but in such a way that like it is not related to the course, but like create some resource request for that, and I will try to add it there. Or and also there is like weekend, right? Like I could if there are many people, I could conduct a session on that also, like for free only, not taking any. Anyway, like I will give some uh, also one more thing that we will do, I'm not sure how to do this, but I want to do this, is that like the last uh, query in the last question that I have put in doc, right? Like what's your thinking process? I wanted to go individually, but like there are many people, so I'm not sure how to do that. But what I will try to do is group some people that I think, and so, group people like in such a way that I think like some people have better thought process, some are not on par with that, like they are getting behind from other people. So I will try to create group of 10 or like 20 maybe or something like that, and then I could discuss that thought process for this each, for like 20 people group, right? So it will be helpful for this 20 people, or I'm not sure like if it is even needed for 20 people each, but I will try to do it as less people as possible, because uh, that's the most important thing. What will be the timeline of the total course? There is no timeline, bro. It's just experiment, and like there is no timeline. I'm just trying to make sure that like everyone understand everything that is taught here. And the first week itself is graph, and second week is sorry, first month is graph, and second month is dynamic programming. Wait, what was the Priyanshu? Second. Priyanshu, where is the query? Acha, okay. Similar question as Prakar. I am already good enough at lead code. I want to learn more about, not for any job, but for my own curiosity. Will this be a good course for that objective? Yeah, obviously, like this will be the perfect course for that objective. I know like everything sounds very non-decided and all, but like this is non-decided because everything here is like being run first time. So much things will be changed later on, but try to stick everything like whatever is mentioned here. At least I will cover the basic. Yeah, I will do that. Like I am trying to go over the queries. Yeah. So if everyone is done with the queries, I will just go for summarizing the doc. When will the paid members get added in the new group? Arey yaar, what happened was like uh, today I created all those. I added contacts, whichever like people have put their number in the Google form, right? And then I was adding to do it manually, but like it's very uh, tough process, man, like to get everyone and then select everyone, because like WhatsApp doesn't have this just that checkpoint thing like Telegram. It always get deselected for everyone, right? So I need to do it. It's like adding one contact each time. So so that's why I'm doing it slow, or something that like people can't. I have admitted, na, like whichever. Why don't you do you ask volunteers to do this work? Can do that. I have it is in my college. No, I will do that. Not an issue. Like I don't want to do make do different stuff for volunteering, not this kind. Like yours time is more also more important. Uh, what is your approach of learning one concept? Uh, 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 uh. Learning one concept. Like I have not studied in very specific manner or any concept. It was more like I am solving some CSCS task and I'm getting stuck in some. So if I'm getting stuck somewhere, I will just research on the topic. Yeah, most of my research was based on like the code shape stuff. Like there were like code shape long challenges, and there were like very difficult topics in that. Like so, there were like matroids and all, and very difficult topics. Like no one have even heard of a name of that. So, so what I used to do was like just Google search and research into research documents and all. I look answer everywhere, like try to derive stuff. So that was the first thing, but like that's a very wrong approach to learn. If you call like what's the right approach, the first right approach is just learn those basic topics, like just learn the basics, not get into anything complex because like that will like you will have the knowledge, but like it won't be useful for improvement in rating at all. Like rating is more like fast. Uh, it's like the how much stronger you are in your fundamental understanding. Sarthak is asking about adding greedy. Greedy, what exactly? Because like when Dastra will be discussed, na, so there are like many greedy concept involved there. So there are like many greedy proofs that you will only do different task, greedy task. Is it possible to get into ICPC regionals and fall with consistency in BSA with you and myself? This question is, I don't know, man. Like how to answer this question. It will be totally dependent on you. Like I can't say that like I could help you here. Like it's totally dependent on you. But like it's totally your hard work. Like go through doc, right? Like go. I have added it in the doc itself. Like I could help you, but like I could just help you. It's not possible by me on topics like binary search. Arey, don't worry. Like everywhere, na, whenever I'm teaching graphs, I'm making sure that like there are like graph variations. Like even Dijkstra variation will cover DP and all things. So don't worry about that. Like binary search won't because like I'm not covering this binary search topic separately because I want to add those topics as under the graph umbrella, not in the binary search umbrella. I am very like bad at reading problems statements, so I just look at input like how I solve code forces. Like I will tell you, like what I will try to do is first look at input, like what is the input? Is it string or like is it like number array? And what's the output? Is it single digit output or like we need to queries and all? So just reading by the test case, I go from like bottom to top, and then just by reading test case I get much idea like what's involved in the question. So after that I try to go in the input section, like what is the input, what you need to do. Like let's say they told me like some perfect number, some good number, how calculate number of good subarrays and all. So then I will search like what's the good subarray here, and because like the fundamental understanding like how many good subarrays are more like in the range. So I know that like the task is about range query. So my thought process will stick on like the range query process na? And then I will jump to that portion and I will skip that like Alice was blah 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 was playing with Bob and all. I will just see that problem statement that is required. But uh, like it doesn't matter much, but like this is my way. But if most of the like if you see like Eric To and all, like they just read the task and get the understanding, it doesn't matter at all. But when you do the fast analyze na, so for fast analysis you need to get the code understanding itself, like what we need to skip and all. Because How much topic you give one question before hint and understand? Yeah, there is a separate discussion, bro. Like, we will not discuss it here. Like, this is a complete separate topic. Like this, all this code forces thing. There is one separate discussion session for this. Like, if I need to go, because like I will go in much detail rather than top things here. Time, why will you cover trees? Yeah, obviously, bro. I have written like. I have written here where I have written BFS dash shortest pass algo and all like these are there. Yes. Hey, we taught how to figure out pattern question. Will we be taught how to figure out pattern of question, like how to figure out which direction of topic the question is leading us? Yeah, like even though I have added all those basic concepts, but the direction or topic the question is leading us, I could add this thing in the second hour, like the interview questions are like, so you could instead of like just what direction the topic is leading us to, like will it be related to this session? uh, uh, uh. Okay, I will add this in my doc like with uh, course topics quiz. I will add this later how to figure it out, like where to put this thing. This is a very good point. uh Anything else? There is so much she. Uh, 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 uh. How will this course benefit me? So first thing you will get understanding of like so if you are a working professional, right? So there are like different sessions, not this daily two sessions, but like different sessions related to how you need to perform in interview, different kinds of interviewers, and what's the how to perform in time pressure, and what point to discuss, when to dry run, how to dry run your code, and like exactly what how much time you should spend dry running, because time management is the most important thing in interviews. So related to interviews it would be helpful, related to topics it would be helpful, like whichever topics being taught. And obviously like there are like interview questions that are important, that will be covered in the second hour, right? Like so that all these three things will be helpful for you, Ayush. No, no. This is more like you are starting understanding something. So, but like at least you should know some language concept like for loops and all, like, and also little bit mathematics, but like that mathematics I will teach anyway. So, since I'm at the end of body, uh, since introduction topics. Introduction to topics would be very different thing, because we are starting from scratch, na. So introduction to topic, I would guess that like you want something that is related to this uh, revision stuff. So we are not doing the revision stuff, because like how this course session are there, like you will be covering is first week is basically all those maths needed, and this, in second, third, fourth week I will sandwich it in between, like uh, in each week it will be little bit more advanced and more, everything will be useful, but yeah, everything will be useful, I guess. So it will be in the sense like revise you with the stuff, but like you don't need some kind of revision as per se, like Adya Ramakrishnan. OA sessions. Arey, I told you, na, like before also, like this OA thing, I also like to discuss that or discuss. So, just as I said, right, like whichever common requests are there, just put some hashtag sessions on this, and we will just create sessions on that. Like, no issues. Which language will you use? C++ and English. If you want some another language, just use AI to translate that. Like, it's easy nowadays. So. It's not a big issue. If you don't understand my accent or something, you could always mention that, like, yeah. Okay. So a little bit of my backstory. I guess I have already told this before that like I wanted to do this from long time, but I am trying to do this now. So yeah, so why I'm trying to do this, because everyone out there is like generally repeating the same formula. They're like the create the playlist thing and create all these topics like if they are teaching like BFS Diastra and all like and they are going in a way that like those are they are like covering the topics, but you are not getting you will just know that like in Diastra this stuff will be used, but those fundamental concept development is not there. Uh, because like most of the things like as far as I know, as I have seen, I have been with people, I know that like most people are interested in fast release of stuff like creating playlist, fast release of playlist, and so like more people they need to cater more audience, so more courses like leads to more money, more advertisement, and then people will also call them as like they use their courses for like this stuff. So this business work like this, but I'm planning little bit different in different way, that we will not learn in a traditional manner, like let's say when you read some kind of MIT doc, na, when if some MIT, if you are learning at good institute, so what they try to do is they try to give you the task made by themselves. So but those tasks are a little bit too difficult, the maths behind that is little bit too difficult. So what my target was to basically do something like that, but not in the exact same way, because like those is for like too much advanced people, right? Because like when I read those docs I get very excited that like wow, like this kind of understanding and all, but uh, here what I'm trying to do is to cater the general public, like those who don't have much detailed analysis and like background, mathematical background you could say, so they could practice all these things even if they don't know it before. So yeah, so that's how we will go like in the first week. 1 second, let me admit everyone. महाराष्ट्र में रहते हो, मराठी बोलो वरना leave महाराष्ट्र. I hope one get my sorry off topic. Okay, so we'll stick on that. We will not study. Acha, okay, this I have discussed, right? So what will be the tools required, right? Tools required is basically you could say that all the terminologies in mathematics that like whatever we use that are like very common stuff, but like when you heard it first time you think like wow, like it's some kind of rocket science, but it's not. Like some math techniques, some common math techniques, like there is some degree H formula, there is some there are various pigeonhole principle and all, like these are stuff that is useful. Combinatorics, this was very tough part for me, like what topics of combinatorics that need to be added, because I thought like instead of like going with graphs, just teach combinatorics before, because like it's a huge topic, huge topic, and I could just create a 1 month session on combinatorics itself. But like what I try to do, what I instead try to do was like I will involve some concepts that are related to only graphs and only useful for graphs, instead of like deep dive into combinatorics. Now mathematical states is kind of like if you read the automata stuff, right? So in automata you transition on that state, right? So mathematical states work same, but here you need some kind of your own thinking, that what should be the states be. And this is also based on your experience on problem solving, like what could be the states. But if you practice some elimination, that like anyways, like I will teach it in the course, but yeah. And cross product on states, so cross product on states are basically combining different possibility of states, and then make different transitions on DP, different transitions on graph, apply Dijkstra on that, apply BFS on that, like anything you could do that on those states, right? this is the most thing that people not cover in their courses. They try to do some shortest path thing, grid thing, like they will work on grid queries and all. But instead, like we should work on states, uh, like in more generic manner. So it would be helpful. Okay. And transformation techniques, like the same, like how to transition. So like many people have like deep like this thing is fixed in their mind that like there are only two types of DP, which is like tabulation and this memoization. I don't know, like top down and bottom up, I guess. So bottom up and top down, this is only thing they think of, and when they try to write the code for like this top down and bottom up, their thinking goes in a certain direction that I want to make sure, or like try to deep dive into this and put some more knowledge for you to how to or like make it a little bit more insightful for you, so that like you could think more freely in terms of like those parameters, not just top down and bottom up. And again, there are like many things that I've added in another doc, but I didn't add it here. Again, in the second, third, and fourth week, we will be covering all these topics, BFS, DFS, TASTRA, but these are like huge topics. I don't want to just make it in air and just pass it that like this is by BFS and this is DFS. These are the topic, these are the tasks, do it, and our courses, or we will not do it like this. We will try to understand everything in depth. Also like there will be also more ways to yeah, also there will be like representation of everything, like multiple BFS representations, multiple DFS representation, how to work on sparse memory, or there are like condensed, there are like condensed states. So we could think on that, like when to use unordered map, basically when to use normal array, when to use different things, linked list and all. So that thing we will cover. Yeah, each day you will get some tasks and you need to solve those. So basically each day I will give you some tasks which are not tasks based on like maybe based on Leads code, not necessarily, but more like for your understanding, right? As I said, if you read some MIT docs or like some Caltech or like different institutes, right? Like if you read their DSA docs, there are like certain exercises involved, which are like more mathematical, like you need to prove that this things is like this thing is like this. So but what I will try to do is do very basic things for you, so that like you get a detailed understanding for all those topics that we have learned. Uh, 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 uh. And as I said before, like for another hour, it will be based on how stuff is important, like whichever tasks are important, we will discuss in this second session for like interview sessions, coding and everything. So that this course is not just related to graphs, it could be discuss anything, we could discuss anything which is important. And coming to the name nicks are basically uh, it's more related to black boxing. Black boxing is basically use some data structure that you don't know, but like if you remember to code it, it will be very useful. Like generally when you code on like code process, you could use segment tree as like just a black box. You don't need to understand segment tree at all, like how does that range merging works, what if there is like range intersection is there, how to handle those exceptions and all. We don't need to understand anything of that. Like we could just directly use, we could just use Fenwick tree as prefix sum, and if interviewer asks, just explain in very short, and that will work. So yeah, like that thing I will also teach, like what exactly are useful things for interviews, what is expected and what. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the thing that many people ask, right? Like at end of the month, like will I be able to solve all those graph problems and all? Like that thing depends on the person itself. Like no one can teach you that. Like you need to practice that yourself. Uh, Also for this, like you can read it yourself, some efforts from your side. And queries, I guess this person, I will try to add this somewhere. Like this is a good question. Maybe I could integrate this in every session. I guess that's it. Acha, okay, where are there are any questions? Uh, yeah, Pelas yesterday said slow when I was starting out. We'll start interaction and discussion on Take You High. Discord Take You High. Wow. Okay. Uh, when will we learn SCCs in graphs condensed? No? Yeah, we will learn everything. Like Tarzan Salgo. Yes, we will learn. The bridges thing, we will learn that. You plan to complete the course in 2 months. There is no planning as such that like this is not some kind of the course that you study in your university. This is just knowledge that I am transferring. My target is to transfer as much knowledge as possible in this 1 month. Also making sure that like everyone is with me and not uh, like they are not left behind basically. Might hamper this cohort. I don't see any challenges, but like obviously, like we don't know about the challenges, right? Challenges might come anytime. Solved no question on code forces, but solve code. Uh, this is not code forces dependent. This is more like brainstorming sessions, I could say. How you read very long question. Story based question in interview. I don't, bro. Like I don't do that. I just tell them like, could you paste some test cases or like, could you explain it into me? And then he tries to explain. In that time, I will just read the questions. Like, are most of the questions like as I said, na, I am very experienced in this thing. So most of this thing, I will just read the first line and I know the answer itself. Like it's not tough for me. Like most of the task, like there is not a single task that is not tough. That is tough basically. Sorry. It's okay, bro. I meant since you. I have not joined HFT, bro. Any other questions? SIG? What's SIG? Maharashtra, bro, Maharashtra. Let's keep this off-topic questions. Let's stick more to this sessions. And below, what topic should I do? The basic funda, na? Like if you want to improve on X topic, like practice that topic. If you want to solve like 1,000 rated question, solve 1,200 rated question. And now if you are stuck in that topic, just read resources on that topic, read tasks. But what I try to do was like I used to look at people's solution, try to understand that, and that way my understanding got very good because like I can compare now what solution in what way they improved and everything because like over time uh, you will get to know that like this approach is more better and all. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Like that's what I added because in contest scenario you can just use snippet, but in but in interviews you can't use that, so you need to understand that like what the keywords you could say that you could remember so that like or like you could say there are like landmarks, right? Like to remember stuff, so that I will discuss. There is a different technique to that, like I will discuss in that. Right. Yes, yes. As I told, right? Like this second hour, we will just discuss on interview questions. This is not code forces rating improvement, bro. Like in nowhere I am making advertisement as like code forces rating improvement. This is more like fundamental understanding. Problem with DP on here. Do people visualize? Are use AI na? Like nowadays AI is useful. So if you are not prepared, if you are participating in contests and visualizing that DP thing, so that thing you could just tell to AI that like dry run this test case and all, like, so that is useful. But usually this is more related to how your fundamental understanding on states is, like how you visualize those states and how you play with those states. Why by playing, I mean like you need to make some changes to those states, and based on your past experience, you will try to reduce it to certain level that like or you could say intuition you will get that this state is more useful than certain state, or if it is not useful you will change it to something else. Experience, bro, I understand it, but just not faster other people, it's experience. With no stuff required, like we'll be getting recording. Yeah, bro, we will be getting recordings. Do we implement stuff? Fenvic tree is like 3-line code, right? Like if you see, wait, I will paste from my LinkedIn. Uh, 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 uh. I was discussing with this person. I pasted that code. And you can see that like it's just 3-line Fenvic tree code. Fenvic tree is not difficult at all. Can you see this? This is just Fenvic tree. These 2 lines. You just need to remember this, that's all. Should we start attempting CSS? Yeah, always. Like no need to stop for like anyone teaching you topics. Just start with anything. For interviews, it's not a good habit, but it is a good habit in the sense that like how the AI dry runs for it for you, how AI breaks it for you, because like way the AI is trained is to solve those tasks, right? So in a way, you are also getting to learn like how it is breaking down. If you see the Gemini, na, it shows like what are the intermediate steps in every problem they solve. So you could also improve on that. It's not necessary that like you are using that, so you will also, are you planning to add ad hoc problems mathematical lesson? No, like we can do that, but like it will be getting very off topic from ad hoc relations with graphs. I could add that, but not sure if it be helpful. Maybe try to think on that, like I will add it to this course topics. Anything else? Like the ad hoc angle on the graphs, no? So I could do that too. Hey, bye. If this is it, like there is something on WhatsApp, let me check. Uh, uh, uh. There will be recording, bro. This Sarthak. Okay. Anything else that is needed that should be discussed right now? You I joined late in group. Ask anyone. Anyone will tag that. Like just asking group. What would be the prerequisite for the graph session? As I have not worked with graph in recent time. Expect anyone? No, nothing is expected as now. Like this is just from scratch. Everything is from scratch. Yes. Anyways, like we could end the session here if you want. Like, I guess I have covered everything. If it's okay with you, just put a thumbs up or like any reaction. One to this one map, right? Don't think this. I hate this word like the roadmap. Mm, because everyone, what you are trying to do here is you are not trying to learn in my way. You are trying to adapt me to your way, right? When I am saying like I am teaching you in a different way, what you are trying to do is bend my thinking according to you, not you are trying to adapt according to me. This is happening here, like when you are asking this question. Yes, 9 o'clock, I guess, because like some people have 9 to 11. What do you think about LS advanced and code first problem? It's okay. Like I'm not worried about that thing because you should be worried more about like because like most of the common businesses are like not so hard thing, and AI could solve that. Like LLM solving hard problems is more helpful for us because like that will help us in research thing, that because even like the medical researches on the DNA and all, it is very helpful. So it's very good for us, but not good for like the general businesses, like because that thing can be automated very easily now. Like previously there used to be some kind of data analysis job which are getting automated right now. Anyways, you could add everything remaining in group. If needed, I will answer there. Should we end the session now? Like you could end the stream, Nikhil, I guess, no? As he ended the stream. Okay, yeah.